The countdown to the end of the regular season is on. 10, the number of games the Steelers have left. 9, the number of goals Manchester conceded yesterday to end their recent winning streak. 8, the number of times the Steelers have beaten the Panthers this season after yesterday's win. 7, the points gap between the Steelers and the league leaders. 6, the goals that Jeremy Brodeur gave up yesterday in 28 minutes. He'll be desperate to bounce back. 5, the number of Storm goals in their 4 previous games in this building this season. 4, the Steelers' current league position. 3, the Steelers' losing streak that ended with their win in Nottingham. 2, the league points at stake for the winner. 1 change for the Steelers. Kevin Schultz out, Thomas Petule in. Brought to you tonight by our match sponsors Benchmark. The puck drops and the Steelers get first possession via play Elite League action, Steelers and Storm. Steelers, after such a good start in Nottingham yesterday, took control of the game early, built a 2-0 lead in the first period and never really looked back. They'll be looking for something similar here, and the first shot is not far away. Flashed across the face of goal by Martin Latal. He's reached 50 points already this season. And now here goes Petgrave trying to dangle all the way through. Important stop from Brodeur. Oh, and that one's banked in off the defenseman. I think it's hit Ulrich. The Steelers won't mind, they've taken the lead. They wanted a fast start, and it's exactly what they've got. Thrown the puck towards the goal, and they get the favourable bounce. Just 34 seconds in, and the Steelers hit the front. Always fortuitous, but throwing the puck to good areas, and things like that are always likely to happen. Here's Valorand. Cutting inside, this is where he's dangerous. Marco Valorand! No smile from Marco Valorand, but plenty on the Steelers supporters' faces. And at the moment, it's just a little bit too easy for the Steelers in the offensive zone. Valorand able to do whatever he wanted, and he wanted to move into space and unleash that wicked snapshot. Storm, of course, without their second top scorer, Jesper Orval. 23 goals for the Swedish forward this season. What a good pickup he's been for Matt Ginn. I remember Jesper Orval getting injured here in the game earlier this season. As the Steelers turn it over, there's a great opportunity, and there is a goal. Cole Carter. Great position for a shot. As the Storm play it out front, and there's nobody near him. Carter can pick his spot and get it back to a 1-goal game. Just past the halfway mark of the first period. It's been all action, and it's now 2-1. It's goal 9 on the season for Carter. A pass from behind the goal from Johnson, right where it needed to be. Critchlow shifts it across to the far side. DeLuca, penalty is over. Ciampini is back out. He then just does a little flick inside, and that's going to work out nicely for Newman. Spins, Ciampini backhand, just off target. Newman trying to get it across to Whistle, it deflects away, and Ciampini, who's retreating back to the bench, finds himself involved in the play again. Newman. So let's try to get it back out front. Storm don't want to let them. But blocked on the wall. And then the lead pass forward, and DeLuca is onside and in, and Greenfield makes the save. And then the puck is put in, but I think play was whistled dead. I'm sure play was whistled dead. Storm fans are up and celebrating. I've not seen a goal being signalled, and I'm sure I heard a whistle. The puck was dug out. Does Greenfield have that frozen? If the puck is there, then it's eligible to be put in, but since the whistle had gone, the goal simply cannot stand. Newman goes back up towards Akrad, who's immediately put under pressure, and Storm trying to force him off the puck, and they've done so, and the break is on. Here goes Fawcett, and the save made by Greenfield. Storm continue to threat. But that was all about the work in the defensive zone to get the puck off Ackerd and force it go streaking clear. And Greenfield just able to keep that left pad low enough. It's so nearly squeezed under. But Fawcett denied that equalising goal. Steelers, having not conceded short-handed all season, did so yesterday. Storm back the other way. Not a lot of territory in this period. That one is thrown wide by DeLuca. Hoping to get a stick from Blackburn. It was just out of his reach. DeLuca again. Thrown back door and the save made, but the puck is live and somehow Storm haven't scored. That's incredible. The net was gaping and they couldn't put it in, and now they're guilty of a trip. Oh, and Ciampini takes exception to it, and he's going to get involved with Hazeldine. Will the gloves drop? Will the punches be thrown? Doesn't look like it. The officials are getting in and trying to separate them. But what a passage of play. The net was gaping for Storm to knock it in, and they didn't. Once and then twice. And then as the Steelers break away, Storm are guilty of a penalty. There will be more penalties called in the aftermath, I'm sure. Whether the Steelers will still be on the power play remains to be seen. Goodness me, Manchester have missed a huge opportunity there. Here's the scramble. The puck is behind Greenfield, and how has that not gone in? That's a very nasty collision. Is that kneeing? See, Ciampini's really unhappy with young Joe Hazeldine. Pass arrived at hip height for Neverlinen. Could have had as well with that as he possibly could have done. Storm can't tip it past Latal, and then the big hit came in on him. The crowd didn't appreciate it. I don't think Latal did either, and he goes over for a quick word with Scott Simmons. Brodeur will just glove this one down, and we're under 8 minutes to go in this one, and the scoreline remains 2-1. Second goal in Glasgow, which we told you about, was scored by Gabriel Chabot. And the opening goal in Guildford was scored by Daniel Tedesco. Ciampini's shot has found its way through. Brodeur got a lot of it, but he didn't get enough of it, and it lands behind him and in the net. Frustration for Storm's netminder, and a huge sense of relief for the Steelers fans. It's not job done yet, but there's a little more breathing room thanks to Daniel Ciampini's 23rd goal of the season. And Storm have it. Thrown towards goal, and it's just wide. DeLuca's effort. Simmons. Steelers desperate to get onto it. Ciampini does, and he knocks it down the ice, and the race is on. Can Ciampini get it across? Not quite. He'll get it back. The net is empty. There's no way for him to get the puck towards it. He was all tied up. Now he'll get it towards Latal. And the blocks provided by Manchester. They were lining up in the shooting lane. They know there's no goalie to save it behind them. But there's not enough time now for Manchester to get down the ice and score two. Earhart has it. Less than 10 seconds to go. And the Steelers fans are rising to applaud their team. They are winners again. It is a 4-point weekend. And with the Belfast Giants losing at home, the gap is closing. Two games played by the Steelers this weekend, and 2 points in each of them because of just 2 goals conceded across 120 minutes by tonight's man of the match, Matt Greenfield. Denied a shutout late on in Nottingham yesterday. Storm were only able to get one past him as well. And he made the saves that he needed to in the third period to prevent a furious comeback and see the Steelers home to victory. A 4-point weekend, and Matt Greenfield will get to do the Eddie. He's had a little chat with his teammates. He's got something planned. If the Steelers are going to pick up trophies this year, Matt Greenfield is going to have to play a big part. He's certainly doing his bit. And he's going to do a little bit of a limbo. That is Quite a lot of agility shown when you're wearing all that goalie gear. Bend that back, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Make sure you tuck your nose under as well. Don't catch it with your chin.
Carter, congratulations. The whole feel in the building is a lot different this weekend than last. Nothing like a good home performance and a good win.
Absolutely. I know it was a really, really important weekend for us. Obviously, massive 4 points, as big as it gets. And hopefully we can get some more moving forward here.
Yeah. Let's take you back 24 hours if I can. It was important to get off to a good start, wasn't it, in Nottingham, and we did that.
Yeah, absolutely. It all started yesterday. I think the guys in the room understood the urgency, and we played with desperation, high energy, high compete, and a very good team game for 60 minutes. And then it was really important for us to take that confidence into today. We did a pretty good job, obviously, that quick early goal off the hop, and then build off with that 2-0 lead in the first. And there's some things in our game we definitely would like to clean up, but our third period, we managed the game very well. That's something that we've struggled with, as of late. And, managed the puck, really good decisions, always had guys back. We made some hard plays to make sure nothing cost us in that third.
Yesterday before the game, I was lucky enough to be downstairs in the corridor, and it was quiet. It was like everybody knew there was a big job. Today it was a little looser. There's nothing like a win to get the confidence going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You like you just said there, confidence is huge, and you get a couple losses. Obviously, guys maybe grip their sticks a little too tight, and on top of that, like I said, there was a sense of urgency before that game yesterday. You need to get that first one, start a streak here. But our message here is, we control our own destiny here going forward. We're still in it, and there's a pathway for us, for the end of the year here. These last remaining 8 games we got.
A little bit like yesterday as well. We control most of the game, but we certainly need Matt Greenfield at times, don't we? And made huge saves yesterday and today.
Yeah, no, he's been an absolute rock for us. There's no question. Been there every game, and he's that guy that even on a night we don't give up much necessarily. When we do have a breakdown, he's there to close that door. He's been outstanding, and nothing but fantastic things to say about him all season long, but especially here this last stretch.
Yeah, Belfast lose tonight, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And I know just as we walked in to get you for this interview, Guildford just equalised with Nottingham. There's a lot of hockey still to go, isn't there?
There's tons of hockey, and a lot can happen, obviously. Game by game, it'll all change. But that being said, we just need to take care of our end. We can't expect any of those other teams to do us any favors, really. We got to worry about our games, and we play those other teams right in the thick of it with us a few times coming up, so we got to be ready for those ones.
When we walked onto the bench, Jonathan, who's going to join us in the podcast in a moment, he says, make sure you ask him the question, defence wins championships, and defensively we are solid right now.
Yeah, we've been outstanding. A big reason for that is what you mentioned, Greener. He's been outstanding for us back there. But on top of that, our whole team defense has been great, and that's a lot of where our offense is created from on our team. Is starts in the back end and the defense going forward. Penalty kill's been great. Had another good night for us tonight, and so that's great. And now the puck's starting to go in for us as well again. Okay.
Yep. Matt, your thoughts on tonight's game?
The first 5 minutes killed us. I didn't like our start. Sheffield came hard. You got to give them credit. We knew they would. They always do in this rink. And then after that, we were 2 goals down, and I liked our game the last 55 minutes. I thought it was back and forth. We generated lots of chances. We just couldn't get that equalizer over the line. And it's tough, but it asked for a response there after the game last night, obviously. And after the first 5 minutes, I thought that was more of the team that we were. It's a tough building to come into, and I thought we gave ourselves a good chance.
It feels like the game could have taken on a very different complexion. There were several moments throughout it when, goals change games, and it just didn't seem like the puck quite fell for you tonight.
Yeah, we just didn't get that puck luck around the net. Like I said, we generated enough. Tip your hat to Greenfield. He made some big saves at some key times there. There were scrambles, there were loose pucks. We just couldn't get the tire over the line.
You said that you liked the response you'd seen from your team. It came on the back of a 5-game winning streak. How do you sort of assess where your team is right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously last night is hopefully a kind of a blip on the radar. Those games happened, but we have a high character group in there, and I knew they'd bounce back, and that's what we wanted tonight. Results aside, we wanted to get back to playing our game and playing the way that made us successful on that run. It doesn't get any easier this week coming up, but again, we're just focused on ourselves and building up towards the playoffs.
The season series is now complete, but who knows what might lie ahead in the playoffs. You've managed to win a couple of games at home, but lost every game here in this building. What's so challenging about facing the Steelers in this arena?
Well, I think that the crowds are great. They feed off the energy of the crowds. The last two games here, though, I thought we played pretty well, especially tonight. We generated more than I think we have in the prior games here, and that's a credit to the guys because Sheffield defends really well, and then obviously Greenfield does what he does in net. But I just like tonight how we didn't quit. We got down by 2, and after last night, it would have been easy to kind of roll over and throw the towel in and feel bad for ourselves, but guys kind of bared down, and like I said, I like the last 55 minutes.
A frustrating third goal to maybe get past your netminder, but how pleased are you with his bounce back tonight?
Broder's been great for us since he got in here. He's given us a chance every night, and he's going to kick for him. And that one, it's just a fluke one. I don't know if it hit a stick or what happened, but those goals happen. But it is what it is. That's hockey.